Welcome to Help to Love Mindful Hacks, your trusted, curated source for self-mastery and self-improvement tips to help you become happier and more productive in your truth, to actually become your higher version of self. Here is your host and happiness and productivity specialist, E.L. Brooks.
How we vibe in relationships. Ever go on a great first date and you come back and you report to your friends and you say, I don't know, everything just felt right. We immediately connected and we continued to vibe all night long. Well, that process is called entrainment. Entrainment is the rhythmic syncing of behavior. When humans interact, they unknowingly modify and adapt their behavior to become more like one another. A better visual of this is when dance partners coordinate movements. If you notice, they always coordinate their movements towards each other to eventually synchronize. This process occurs subconsciously with all of us in every encounter, especially initial conversations. So if you're with someone who speaks really fast and you tend to speak slow, you, without conscious awareness, will increase the speed of your speaking patterns to more closely match theirs, and they will reduce their patterns to more closely match yours. The idea is that you both mutually adapt and meet somewhere in the middle. This entrainment is not limited to just speaking. It's actually a whole body experience. You have to realize that we live in a universe that is governed by the law of mirroring. Some know this as the law of attraction. So any universe that is governed by the law of mirroring, only things of like frequency can share the same space and time. Tony Robbins talks about pace being a big predictor of the quality and the longevity of all connections, whether that's with friends or intimate partnerships. Why is this a big predictor? Because there has to be a vibrational match in order to peacefully share space and time. Because of this, we see entrainment occur naturally in our world. How this applies to vibrations is when two energies are in the presence of one another, they will come into resonance with each other. Usually, the less dominant frequency will change to match the more dominant frequency. And to generalize, usually the energy vibration that is higher in frequency is the one that is most dominant. So technically, this should mean anytime we share space with someone who is of higher vibration, we should be able to raise our vibrations to match theirs in order to feel better and to share space and time harmoniously. But as we all know, this is not always the case. Sometimes we just never vibe with people. And here are the top 3 main reasons why. Number 1 is resistance, which is any oppositional force. When entrainment starts to occur, let's say we're the ones that are starting to raise our vibration to match whatever is in a higher vibrational state. Anything that is in us that is against that higher vibrational state will go into immediate resistance. Why is this? Well, imagine when you were young and small trying to exercise your independence and personal power, it was seen by your caregiver as a bad thing. So anytime you demonstrated personal power, it was always met with negative consequences. This would cause that part of you that has negative association with higher empowerment to resist any situation with a higher vibrational state. Unfortunately, this applies to a lot of people. So as a result, you're going to feel negativity towards that person or thing, and your body's going to register them or that thing as a potential threat. Number 2 is change. Anything that is lower in vibration, in order to raise to a higher vibrational state, there has to be change. You have to let go and release the things that are actually holding you down in the first place. Let's take the approach of healing and empowerment. When I coach individuals, there's usually this purging and huge emotional release. Our curriculum tends to purge the subconscious into the conscious mind, and when that happens, people can start to ascend to their higher version of self. This is the detoxing process that a lot of people resist because it requires change. It's unfamiliar, it's uncomfortable. Remember, our biggest impediment to change is our ego and our nervous system that is always looking for familiarity and comfort, which makes it hard to release and let go. It makes it hard to change. Number 3 is probably the main reason, and that's our insecurities. Sometimes being around someone or something that holds a higher vibrational state will remind us of what we lack and where we aren't. We've all probably experienced a scenario where we're feeling terrible about something, and we're hanging out with a friend who is just loving life and living their best life, and it doesn't lift us up. It actually makes us feel bad. We fall into this trap of comparing, which is the thief of all joy. Why are they feeling this way? Why are they experiencing so many great things? And why am I experiencing what I'm experiencing? It's not fair. These are the things that can cause us not to vibe with people in the moment and can actually cause us to eventually separate and end connections with people. So the takeaway is the universe is all about ebb and flow. Entrainment is the process that helps us flow, helps us align, and helps us connect. But we need to be aware of the things that impede or compromise this natural process that ultimately affects how we vibe in all relationships. One love. If you liked this video and found it helpful, please share it and make sure you subscribe to the Help to Love channels. Join our Facebook community and remember, accept what is, let go of what was, and have faith in what will be. And most importantly, stay blessed, not stressed. Hashtag 500 to happiness. Hashtag one of one. And remember, honor your gift and your uniqueness. One love.